Hi, YouTube, it's Akilah, obviously. You all submitted questions on Twitter and Tumblr and maybe Snapchat, but I didn't save them if they're from Snapchat, I'm so sorry. But you asked some questions, I'm gonna answer them. We're doing it. It's happening. @MinimaKid asks, how has it been to be a YouTuber in New York City? The best. Like, there's not a lot of people around, so like collaborating is a little bit hard, but I feel like I get all of the opportunities now. I'm not competing with the people in LA, which is great. Also, especially this year with all the election stuff and both candidates being like based in New York, it was a cool time to be here. But I love New York. I think that I could do anything here. Like, I'm pretty sure being a garbage man in New York is better than being a garbage man anywhere else. Anonymous on Tumblr asks, how do you feel about sports? Did you do any as a kid, and do you still participate now? I think sports are fine. I think it's really boring to complain about sports because you can do literally anything else with your life, like go do something. I like football. I like to watch football, even though my team is the Bengals and they suck this year. When I was a kid, I did play sports, soccer in high school. I think that was probably it. Nothing else is ringing a bell. But I wasn't good, our team wasn't good, but it was cool. Joining things, whatever. Do I still participate in sports now? Yes, you can actually catch me any given Sunday. I do play for the NFL. I don't. I hardly move around. I have a personal trainer now, so I like try to move my body regularly, but I don't sport. The Julia Nolan asks on Twitter, favorite album released this year? I've been going back and forth on this because it's a tough question and I love Beyonce and I need you to know that before you judge my answers. Okay, so whatever it is, it's tied with Lemonade because Beyonce's perfect. Let's just get that out of the way. Lemonade was an amazing album. She's gonna win Album of the Year. If she doesn't, the Grammys are rigged, and they probably are. But Coloring Book by Chance the Rapper is impeccable. He's a great singer, he's a great rapper. I feel like I don't listen to sort of churchy music, but he was like talking about God a lot and it didn't bother me, so I'm gonna say it's a tie. I'm gonna say Chance and Beyonce, final answer. Akilah is the Bee asks, we have the same name. Do people make Akilah and the Bee jokes to you as well? Yeah, like every time I meet anybody, they're like, oh, like Akilah and the Bee? And then I have to explain that I won the spelling bee when I was in elementary school, so she stole my life story. I get no credit. I get no residuals when it airs. It's actually like a point of contention in my life. Kat Marie, which is K4T Marie, hello Kat, old buddy from the internet. She asks, you're a superhero or villain. What's your superpower and why? I've done a lot of thinking about this. Who hasn't? I think that my superhero powers, the best power I could have would be reading people's minds. Getting to the bottom of things is important to me and like the truth of things. And so I don't really need to fly, like planes exist. I don't really need to be able to breathe underwater. I don't like being underwater, but being able to blackmail people because of their horrible thoughts, up there with my vindictive nature, so that's the one. Feminism and T asks, how are 20-somethings meant to deal with that terrifying feeling that you're not doing anything worthwhile with your life? I think you should really lean into that existential despair. I have it all the time, even though I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know if I'm like doing like the best I could be doing with my life, but I know what I'm doing. Yeah, my only advice is just feel those feelings, and then hopefully from that, you'll decide what you actually want to do. But also life can be really long, so I don't think there's any rush on knowing what you're gonna do right now. Just do something for now and maybe reassess and do something later, like in a year. Akio Sabrina asks, how excited are you for 2016 to be over? If you know me, you know, this year was balls for me. I had surgery, my whole family is sick with like, I don't know how many family members are in the hospital. Donald Trump is gonna be president now. My greatest fear is honestly that like 2017 will start, but it'll be like Groundhog's Day and we'll just relive 2016 again. Like that's how bad it was. Like I would skip Christmas to get to 2017 if that was an option. This year was terrible. Crystal DeGlass, I think maybe, she asks, how do I make the best hot chocolate? I don't make the best hot chocolate, so my advice is either go to Pinterest and let some mom tell you how to do it, or just get 2 packets of Swiss Miss and then like stir it, but not super well, and then like drink the like chocolate goo chunks at the bottom. I enjoy that. I think that's fine. Allison Teresa 7 asks, how do I move to Brooklyn? Well, that's a great question. I moved to Brooklyn by selling out my job. I worked in Cincinnati and I was like, you all want me to keep doing my job, but I want to move, so you have to pay me in advance for like 4 months of work. So that's one way to do it. And then you just stay on somebody's couch and then you get an apartment and a job once you're here. Just try to like wing it. Don't recommend. You could just save a lot of money and like come out here for like a week or a weekend, figure out where you fit in Brooklyn. There's a lot of different neighborhoods. So to say like Brooklyn, it's not all the same. I live in Clinton Hill, piece, but we are in Williamsburg. So, you know, you can live a lot of places. But yeah, I think it's mostly a monetary thing and not so much like a philosophical how. Like, I guess you just physically move your body here. Yeah, that's how you do it. Side of Mac Sauce asks, do you think Stumpy will spend all 4 years in office? I think if Donald Trump does spend 4 years in office, he's never gonna be in the actual office. He's gonna be in New York making traffic hell for us like he already is on Fifth Avenue and not working. This is his first real job, so we'll see if he actually makes it.